Good afternoon. Good morning, bhai. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Voice coming. Check once. Audio, video, all clear. Check, bhai. Check, check, check. Voice vastunda. All clear? Good morning, bhai. Good morning. All okay. Great. So exam completed. How was the exam, bhai? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How was the exam? And total 175 in chemistry. That is good. And total 695. Good. No problem. So what is ES and maybe ES Elite Star? That's the batch name. (116) chemistry, 118 chemistry. Chaliye, badhiya, good. So those who have got good marks, they might have realized it is not that much difficult to get good marks. And those who are not getting good marks, then when you will get, when the syllabus is so less, then also not coming. Revise more number of times. You are not able to retain. Practice if required. And those who have got good marks, you have realized that does not require too much hard work to get decent marks. Consistently every week you have to revise the things and get marks in every week. And once marks will come in 2 weeks, so marks will automatically come in the unit test. Marks will come in the 2 unit test. Marks will automatically come in the monthly test. And finally, marks will come in NEET also. So now we are starting with a new chapter. That is atomic structure. Ready? Shall we start? We are starting fresh. New chapter it is. First chapter of the main track sheet we are starting. Make sure from the first day onwards start revising NCERT as well as notes. I'll give you the homework to read NCERT also and to write in the notebook also. Maintain the notes. Don't make the notes at the end of the class. Right now only along with the class only make the notes. Ready? Now, atomic structure. This chapter is challenging Dalton's theory. Dalton's atomic theory was there. What was the Dalton's atomic theory, bhai? Dalton's theory. Dalton's theory said that atoms are indivisible. That is the main part. Atoms cannot be subdivided. So according to Dalton's theory, it cannot justify existence of subatomic particles. What are subatomic particles? Electron, proton, and neutron. Dalton's theory, it says that the ultimate building block of chemistry, ultimate, last, is atom. That means once you have the atom in your hand, you cannot further divide it. Today we very well know, atom is in reality having a small space called as nucleus, which contains proton and neutron. These are subatomic particles. Around that, electrons are revolving. That is also subatomic particles. So are you trying to understand here that Dalton's atomic theory is completely contradicted in this chapter? In this chapter, we are going to see the structure of the atom. Something which Dalton said cannot be divided. We are going to divide and check what is inside that. Some experiments were done. Thomson have done some experiment. Faraday's have done some experiment. Millikan have done some experiment. James Chadwick have done some experiment. Those we are going to see today. So atomic structure, Dalton's theory we are seeing. Dalton's theory we are contradicting. What is the Dalton's theory? Atoms are indivisible. They cannot be divided. But if atoms are indivisible, then subatomic particles must not exist. Electron, proton, neutron should not exist. But we very well know they exist. So Dalton's theory is wrong. From there we are starting our lecture. Now, first subatomic particle we are going to discover. So write down discovery of electrons. Written by discovery of electrons. Ready? Make the diagram. So let's make a glass tube, and on two sides there are metal plates. These metal plates are connected to a battery. The battery has very high voltage. Very high voltage. So it's a very high voltage battery. This is the negative terminal which is connected to this metal plate. So this metal plate get a negative charge. This is positive terminal. Longer line is positive terminal, longer, connected to this metal which gets a positive charge. This metal having this positive charge I will be calling as anode, and the other metal plate will be called as cathode having negative charge. So it's a glass tube containing two metals connected to a source of energy which is high voltage, and inside the container we have taken very low pressure. So first question, so they will ask you this only. For observing the cathode rays, CRT must have, cathode ray tube must have, number one, high voltage, high pressure, low voltage, low pressure, low voltage, high pressure, or high voltage, low pressure. So what's the best answer? Voltage must be high, pressure must be low. High voltage and low pressure is required for observation of the cathode rays. Now let's try to understand what is going to happen. This is a battery, very high voltage battery. This high voltage battery, very good. This high voltage battery is giving, one more thing before starting, maybe some of you might not be knowing the meaning of charge. That also I will tell you so that you understand very properly. Charge, it comes by transfer of electron. Charge is going to come by transfer of electron, not proton. Transfer of electron. So if you have a negative charge, it means you have electron in excess. If you have a positive charge, that means you have electron in deficiency. So positive charge, this positive charge does not mean he has accepted the proton. Proton cannot be accepted. This means electron is deficient. Lack of electrons is going to give you positive charge. Excess of electron will give you negative charge. So remember, charge is an outcome of transfer of electron. Charge is an outcome of transfer of electrons. It has nothing to do with protons. Clear, right? Protons are not transferred. Think in this way, when you meet a person, you shake hand or you shake kidneys. Kidney also two are there, na? So do you shake kidney with each other or hands? on meeting a person? What do you give? High five or kidney five? Torga. Hands only. Why not kidney? What is the problem? Why not kidney? What is the problem with that? Why can't we have kidney shake? Kidney five? Two are there. Inside, internal organ. In the same way, when you see the atom, protons are inside. They will not break the atom and come out. Electrons are at the periphery. Electrons are outside, just like your hand. So whenever charge will come, it will come due to loss or gain of electron. Proton will be as it is, internal organ. Say bhai, clear or not clear? So protons will not be exchanged. So if I'm having a positive charge, it represents deficiency of electron. If I'm having negative charge, it represents excess of electron. Now the scenario is, you are having a chinna plate. On that chinna plate, you are putting chala idli. If I keep on putting idlis like this, what will happen eventually? On this chinna plate, I am putting as much idli as possible. What will happen? Torga. I am still putting. What will happen? Little chutney also. Fall down. In the same way, on this metal plate, if you put chala electron density, 1 lakh volt, voltage is 1 lakh volt roughly. 10,000 to 1 lakh volt is there. That 1 lakh volt voltage is giving you chala high amount of electrons here. What will happen to the electron? They will also jump out. Some ionization also happen due to the gases inside, but I don't want to confuse you by telling that is core physics. But this must we understand that due to very high electron density, some of the electron will tend to come out. Say bhaiya, clear? Just like idli, electrons accumulated on a metal surface will eventually come down. Clear bhai? Very clear. Going ahead. What is the charge on these electrons? Sir, negative. Charge on the anode? Sir, positive. So plus and minus attract each other? Yes, sir. So where the electrons will go? So sir, electrons will run towards anode. Why the electrons are running towards anode? Because negative will be attracted towards positive. And these are called cathode rays. Say bhai, clear or not clear? Cathode rays are electrons originating at cathode, moving towards anode in a straight line. Cathode rays are electrons originating at cathode due to high voltage, moving towards anode due to opposite charge in a straight line. Say bhai sahab, cathode ray clear or not clear? Let's take a breath and check. Up to here, any problem? High voltage taken, electron accumulated here, chala, high electron came, some electron came out because of that. Then they started running towards anode, and this is called cathode rays. All set? Great. So what are cathode ray particles? So cathode ray particles are electrons. Always. Any gas, any metal, take any metal you want, take any gas you want, it is always going to be electron. Going on. Now let's talk about pressure. Why we need low pressure? Let's take normal pressure, our pressure right now. Can you touch air? Can you touch air? Say yes or no. Can you touch the air? Around you, air is there. Can you touch it? Most common, obviously. Everyone will say no only. Hai na? Put your hand like this. Everyone. Put your hand like this. Move it like this, then back. This, then back. This, then back. Every time your hand is going back, you can touch the air and you will feel it. Ki, haan, sir, I can touch. Front, you will also feel, but less. This front part of your hand, palm, has become less sensitive. Everything you touch by this hand only, na, so this has become less sensitive. This is more sensitive. Every time your hand is going back, you can feel ki, haan, air is there. If you close your eye and do that, you will realize ki, yes, I can touch the air. I can't see it, but I can touch it. Close the eyes and do the same experiment, and you will realize you can touch the air. Say bhai. So finally, after completing the schooling, congratulations, you came to know today that air can be touched. Are you realizing how less common sense we have? You ask IR one student also. Half of them will also say, how can we touch the air? First thought that comes is, if we cannot see something, we can't touch. No! We can't see the air, but we can touch. Clear, bhai? So air is excess. Right now also, only 1 atm pressure is there, but this is very high quantity of air because you are able to touch it, observe it, feel it. Imagine low pressure we don't have. Let's say we don't take low pressure. We take normal pressure. So do you realize that so many gas, we can't see them, but they will be there in the chamber, even though we can't see the gas molecule, but they are there. And just like we can touch them, electron can also touch them. Just like my hand is colliding with the air, electron will also collide. And this chinna electron, just now newborn electron, just now originated, running towards anode. So many gas are there on the way. Due to these collisions, will the electron be able to reach to anode or not? Say bhai. Will the electron be able to reach there? Due to so many gases on the way, normal 1 atm pressure taken, this pressure taken, where we are able to touch the air, electron will also touch. Collisions will happen, accidents will happen. In this accident, how will electron reach the destination, yaar? So will you be able to observe cathode ray at high pressure? Will you be able to observe cathode rays at high pressure? Will they reach there? Say bhai. No. That's why what is required? Very low pressure required. So when you have very low pressure, gas molecules are very less. Gas molecules are very less. Clear, bhai sahab? So now tell me, will the collision happen or not happen? Don't give a stupid answer. Will the collision happen or not happen? Don't give a stupid answer. Think and tell. Right now diagram is on the board. These are gases. Will the collision happen or not happen? These are gases. Now will the collision happen or not happen? Yes, happen, but very less. Collisions will still happen, but very less. Clear, bhai sahab? Now, electrons are running towards anode. Understand one more thing. These cathode rays are invisible. These cathode rays are invisible. They can, just like air, they are invisible. So if they are invisible, so how do you know they are there? If they are invisible, Correct. If they are invisible, how do you know they are there? You can't see them. It's inside the glass tube. Inside the glass tube, you can't touch also. Yes, very good, Madhu. Here at the back of the anode, I am putting ZnS coating, zinc sulfide coating. This zinc sulfide coating, it will glow when cathode ray strike it. So as soon as the cathode ray will strike here, this area will glow. Just like some watches are there, na, they glow in the dark. Some wrist watches, their that markings as well as the key, it glows in the dark. Those are called phosphorescent or fluorescent material. What do we call that? Fluorescent or phosphorescent material. So this zinc sulfide will glow in. As soon as the cathode ray will reach there and strike, there you will be able to get the glow. So you will realize that cathode ray came. So even though cathode rays are invisible, we can observe them by using a coating of zinc sulfide. And for better observation, I want most of my cathode ray to reach back. So I will make the anode also perforated. Some chinna holes I will make in the anode so that most of the cathode ray particle can pass through. Getting? If I will not make the holes, then cathode ray will go less. They will pass through less. But if I make the holes in the anode, they can pass through easily. So more and more cathode ray I can observe. So for observation, we put zinc sulfide coating and we perforate. Perforation is a biology word you might be knowing very well. We perforate, we make holes in the anode. Say bhai, clear? Exactly. Mundalapati Dinesh. Yes, Dinesh. In television screens also, old television. Box television used to come previously, box television. They also contain cathode ray tube just like this. Anyway, electrons are going. Done by? Very good. Electrons are going towards anode. On the way, gas is there. So collision will happen. Tell me now, in collision, if I am running towards you and I collide with you, your specs will come out or your kidney will come out? I am running towards you with full energy. I collide with you. Will your specs fall or your kidney fall? Specs. Why not kidney? Why not kidney? Why not kidney? Inside. In the same way, if the electrons are colliding the atom, in collision, electron of the atom will fall out or proton will fall out. Proton will fall out, which is inside the atom, or electron will fall out. What will fall out? Twarga say bhai. Thank you, beta. What will fall out? Electron, exactly. So now tell me, if this gaseous molecule, electron will fall out due to collision. High energy collision there, yaar. Sir, why high energy? 1 lakh volt is the voltage. High energy collision happening. High energy collision happened. What came out? Electron came out. And we know very well, if any particle release electron, they become deficient in the electron. So what charge will they get? If gas molecule, I imagine this is electron. Imagine this is electron. I am the gas molecule. Someone collided, electron fall. So I became electron deficient, na? And electron deficiency means positive charge. So what charge will come on these gases? Arey say yaar, on these gases what charge will come? What charge will come on these gases? Say bhai, positive. Very good. And this positive charge gases, this gaseous cation, these gaseous cations are called anode ray particles. These gaseous cations, which are made by collision of electron and gas was there, electron came and collided, this gaseous cation will run towards, these gaseous cations will run towards, cations are positively charged, na? So positively charged particles will run towards cathode. He is negatively charged. Check, bhai. So the overall story is 1 lakh volt voltage given, metal plate become extremely electron rich. Little bit disturbance came, so electron jumped out. They started moving towards anode. On the way, gas molecules were present. They gave a slap to the gas molecule. Let me go. So gas molecule, electrons ejected. Those electrons will also go forward only. These electrons will also keep on going forward only, bhai. The electrons which came out of gas molecule, they are also negative only, na? So they will also be attracted towards anode. That is not much important part. Important part is this gas molecule from where the electron ejected. These gas molecule get positive charge. And now this plus start running towards, this plus start running towards cathode. And these are called anode ray particle. Say, bhai, what are anode ray particle? Electrons. What are cathode ray particles? Sorry. What are cathode ray particles? Electrons. What are anode ray particles? Gaseous cations. Gaseous cations. They are not proton. Proton is like kidney. It will not come out. In collision, kidney will not come out. These are not proton. These are gaseous cations. Anode ray particles are not proton. They cannot be proton. Clear hai bhai? Protons are inside the atom. It is like kidney. In collision, kidney will not come out. Clear, bhai sahab? And obviously, if you want to observe anode ray particle also, then you do perforation in the cathode. So perforated cathode, anode both will be required. Because if you want to observe this, or this also at the back, you will have to put this ZNS coating. But no one is willing to observe anode ray that much. Our main heading right now is discovery of electrons. So we'll focus there only. But whatever the way you discover the electrons, same way anode ray particles also got discovered like that. Chaliye, so this was the first part of the explanation. Any problem, any samasya, any pida. Great. A few questions I will ask you from here only to check how much you are able to understand. Ready? Ready for some statement type of questions, bhai? Great. Assuming you have noted down this, I'm minimizing it and keeping it here for the reference. So statements are: number 1, state true or false. Number 1, cathode rays originate from cathode. Say bhai, true or false? Cathode rays originate, starts from cathode. Cathode rays originate from cathode. True or false? Very good. True. Just now we have seen. Because of very high electron density, electron came out, originated from here only, cathode. Anode rays originate from anode. True or false? Anode ray originate from anode. True or false? Very good, very good. False. Bhaiya, they originate due to collisions in middle of tube. Collision in tube. In the tube only, somewhere collisions happening, there the anode ray particles are originating, bhai. Anode ray particles are not originating from anode. They are originating due to collisions of electron with gases. So very good, correct answer. Third, cathode ray particles are electrons. Say by true or false. Cathode ray particles are electron. True or false? Easy. Obviously true. 4. Anode ray particles are protons. True or false? Anode ray particles are protons. True or false? Very good. False. Bilkul false. Bilkul bakwas, garbage. Anode ray particles are not protons. Anode ray particles are gaseous cations. First, these 4 statements. Anyone have any doubt? Tell. Then I will go to next slide and explain you little more. Then some more questions I will ask. Yes? Clear? Very good. So they are not proton. What are they? They are gaseous cations. Talking about this gaseous cation a little more. Go into the next page. So when I talk about this gaseous cation, anode ray particles, they are positive particles. Number 1, very important. If I take O2 gas, if I take H2 gas, O2 gas, H2 gas. So here I am writing the gases. Anode ray particle I am writing, and here cathode ray particle also I will write. So this table I am making here. If I have O2 gas, to understand O2 gas was there. Electron came, collided on the O2 gas. So what the anode ray particle will be formed? So sir, O2 can release one electron and become O2 plus. Or O2 has a bond between the atoms. If the collision is very strong, this bond can break. O can form, which also can release electron on collision, forming O plus. O2 can also release electron. OO bond can break due to collision, and that O atom can also release electron and become O plus. Or in a very rare scenario, very strong collision can happen. Electron came and collided with full energy. If I come and collide with you with full energy, your one teeth can break. If I collide with even more energy, so 2 teeth can also break, na? So if 1 electron comes out, so plus 1. What if collision was very, very, very strong? Less chance, but possible. Then even multiple So later on I will write. Even multiple charge is possible. Getting bhai? Hello. How this +2 possible? Tough. O2 bond has to break. Tarvata, collision should be so strong. 1 lakh volt is there. So possibility is there. 1 lakh volt is very high. So possibility is there. The collision was very strong and 2 electrons ejected by mistake. So 2 plus can come. Hydrogen, you can have H2 plus. Or maybe HH bond will break due to collision. H can also release electron and become H plus. Say bhai, anode ray particles clear? Important points here. Number 1, anode ray depend on nature of gas. Say bhai, oxygen gas there, so anode ray particle is O plus, O2 plus. Hydrogen gas is there, anode ray particle is H plus, H2 plus. So anode ray particles depend on nature of gas. This point clear or not clear? Different gas, different gaseous cation. Anode ray particles are gaseous positive ion na, gaseous cation. So different gas, different cations. Also cathode ray particles, remember I told one thing, cathode ray particles are always electrons. Always means whether O2 is there or H2 is there, in both case it is always going to be electron. So cathode ray particles are always electrons. Any gas, any electrode, any gas or any electrode. So what do you mean by any electrode? By this metal, you use platinum, gold, any metal you use, every time electron will come as the cathode ray. Clear? So cathode rays are always electron. Any gas, any electrode. That means these are basic constituent of all element. Who are these? Cathode rays, electrons. See, I am changing the gas, anode ray changing. So anode ray is not same for all. It is not a basic constituent. It is not a common ingredient of all the element. The common ingredient which is present, a common particle present in every gas, every electrode, every element is electron. How can we prove it? Keep on changing gas, keep on changing metal. Cathode ray will never change. That means every single element in this world contains cathode ray particle. So cathode ray particle, that is electron, is a basic constituent of every element. Say bhai, clear or not clear? Twarga. Cathode ray particle, that is electron. Cathode ray particle is like Bahubali. Cathode ray particle, that is electron, is a basic constituent of every element. So any gas, any electrode you put, you will always get the same particle. But yes, anode ray particle depend on the nature of gas. Clear bhai? Great. Moving on. So anode ray particle is not basic constituent of all elements. Second, this H plus, can you see? This is proton. Sakshat proton, they was sitting in front of you. Yes. Independent of nature of gas as well as nature of electrode. Coming back, H plus is proton. H plus is Sakshat proton. So tell me, all the anode ray particles are protons? No. But proton can be anode ray particle. Arey bhai, all the anode ray particle, these all are anode ray particle. They all are not proton, they all are gaseous cation. But proton can be one of the anode ray particle. So proton can be anode ray particle if gas is hydrogen. H plus ion is called proton. So if H plus ion is proton, when can you get H plus? When the gas inside the tube is hydrogen. So say bhai, anode ray particles are proton? False. But anode ray particle can be proton if hydrogen gas is present inside the tube. Say bhai, is this funda clear or not clear? H plus is proton. So all the anode ray particles are not proton. But proton is one of the anode ray particle, yeah. And to get that proton, the gas inside the tube must be hydrogen. All set. And one more point which I already explained to you is that positive particles, anode ray particle means this positive particles, anode ray particles can have multiple charge also. Some of them. Yes? Some of this positive particle, obviously not all, not most of them, some of them can have multiple charge also. Maybe due to collision more electrons came out. Is this last point clear? Some of the positive particles can have multiple of fundamental unit of charge. Multiple charge is also possible in some, not most, not all, some of them. Some of the particles can have multiple positive charge also. This thing already explained you. I am writing it here also. But electron will always have the fixed charge. Minus 1e. We'll talk about that in the next slide. But up to here, whatever is written on the board, anyone have any problem? Anyone have any problem with the things written on the board by this time? Done, bhai? Great. Shall we move on? Let's study about deflection. Imagine these are cathode rays. So these are cathode rays. They are negatively charged, electron, obviously. And why are they moving towards this side? Let us say this side we have zinc sulfide coating. Anode is there this side, zinc sulfide coating is there. So now cathode are going towards anode, that is what we know very well. Negatively charged will run towards positive. And to observe that we have ZNS coating. So will they go in a straight line? Yes. So remember, cathode rays and anode rays move in a straight line in absence of external field. If external field is not there, then they will be moving in a straight line. But I'm going to put the external field now. So what do you mean by external field? I am putting one field here, let's say plus terminal, and one field here, let's take minus terminal. These are external field outside the tube. Now tell me, if I put this external field, will the cathode ray go straight now or will go towards up or down? Twarga say. External electric field I am putting for simplicity. Magnetic also we can put, but that has to be put perpendicular. You might be knowing Fleming's left hand rule. So I'm not going there. Just now started junior inter. Why to take headache of physics? Great. Up. Why? Sir, electrons are negatively charged. Correct? So they will be attracted towards positive. So let's say this was going straight and this got deflected here. This was going straight, got deflected here. This was going straight, got deflected here. So all of them will be deflected towards positive. Clear? And this deflection here, this angle is called angle of deflection. Say bhai, clear or not clear? So can I say cathode ray, anode ray will be moving straight in absence of any external field? But if the external field comes in presence of external field, we know very well, cathode ray behave as negative and anode ray as positive particle. This to be known, yaar. In the absence of any external field, they will go straight. But if you put an external field, so cathode rays are electron, they behave like negative. Anode rays are positive, they behave like positive. So the cathode ray deflected towards positive external field, anode ray deflected towards negative external field. But yes, in the absence of any external field, they will keep on moving straight. So this deflection will be happening. Say bhai, clear or not clear? Twarga chapandi. Is this clear or not? These are chinna statements which NCERT is writing. That's why I'm telling them. Otherwise, it's very easy. You know it very well. I just want at the end of the lecture, I will open NCERT. Every line should be clear to you. Then you will get the confidence. That's why these lines I'm covering here. Now, tell me about deflection. I have some chinna doubt. Let's see if you are able to answer. If a person is running, cathode ray, running, and someone push, cathode ray will be deflected. Another person running, I am running, heavier. You push me, I also got deflected. Who will be deflected more? A light cathode ray particle or a heavy pulsar? Who will be deflected more from the path? We both are running. Who will be deflected more? A light particle cathode ray or a heavy particle pulsar? Cathode ray, light particle. So you are trying to tell me that if the mass of the particle is more, if mass of particle is more, deflection will be less. You told me this thing. I did not tell you. You told me later on you will not say it's not clear. You are telling me that more the mass, less the deflection. You said, accept it. You said or not? Are you getting this feel clearly? Ki, haan sir, we understand, we feel it very well. Ki a heavy particle, if I push, less deflection will happen. A lighter particle, if I push, more deflection will happen. Great. Second doubt. A particle is coming here, getting deflected. Why? Because of charge. Because of charge. Tell me, if neutron will come, neutron, like this, will it be deflected by the external field? Neutron, neutral particle, will it be deflected by the external field? No. So tell me, if I have more charge, so deflection will be more or less? The reason of deflection is charge. So more charge, so more deflection or less deflection? More charge. Obviously, if charge is more, attraction is more, repulsion is more, deflection is more, so sir, deflection is also proportional to charge. That is Q by M. And this Q by M, charge to mass ratio, is called specific charge. Also called as charge to mass ratio. So did we understand that deflection can give you specific charge? Deflection is proportional to Q by M. So if I measure the deflection, I can get the charge to mass ratio. Say bhai, are clear or not clear yaar? Charge upon mass, specific charge we call it. Charge by mass is also called a specific charge. All I am trying to teach you that you already know that deflection is proportional to charge by mass. So if you know the deflection, you know the charge to mass ratio also. Second, deflection is also proportional to external field. I think this much problem should not come. If I take more powerful field is there up and down, so more deflection. Less powerful field, so less deflection. Say by deflection proportional to charge directly, mass inversely, and external field directly. Anyone have any doubt in this? Tell, otherwise we will move on to NCERT. No doubt? Great. Open the NCERT now. If you have, I'm also opening, but you should also have your own NCERT. If anything is supposed to be underlined, you can underline immediately. So we started from here. The atomic theory of matter was first proposed by John Dalton in unit number 1. That is some basic concept of chemistry. It is given, which is in our track sheet, second chapter. It will come later for us. Clear, bhai? The major problem in the Dalton theory to account for the stability of atom after discovery of subatomic particle. So Dalton was not able to account for subatomic particle coming here. This is what I'm trying to say. Dalton's atomic theory can explain laws of chemical combinations, conservation of mass, constant composition, law of multiple proportion. However, this I started the lecture from. It failed to explain the results of many experiments. Example, it was known that substance like glass and ebonite, if you rub on your hair, you can pick up small pieces of paper. That is because of charge. Charge is due to electron. Electron are subatomic particle, which cannot be explained by Dalton. Coming to discovery of electron, this experiment got conducted. You can check here. High voltage, vacuum pump taken to low pressure. Then here, number 1. The cathode ray start from cathode, originate from cathode and move towards anode. You gave me this answer first. Number 2, these rays are themselves not visible. They're invisible. But their behavior can be observed. How? By using certain kind of material, fluorescent and phosphorescent, which glow when hit by them. In big box television, I said, in big box television, previously old televisions came, box shape. In those televisions also, same kind of phosphorescent, fluorescent material used to be used. This I have told orally, and this part in the notebook we have written. Point number 3. In the absence of electric or magnetic field, these rays travel in a straight line. Next, In the presence of electric or magnetic field, the behavior of cathode rays are similar to that expected from a negatively charged particle. Suggesting that cathode ray consists of negatively charged particle, we call them electrons now. We know that. Next, characteristics of cathode rays do not depend upon the material of electrode and nature of the gas present in the ray tube. Written this thing? Written by written by the characteristics of cathode rays do not depend upon the material of electrode and nature of gas. Thus, we can conclude that electrons are basic constituent of all atoms. This line is very important. Underline in your NCERT. Check bhai. Last line clear. Clear bhai? All these things I have told you in the notebook if you have made the notes. Going ahead, charge to mass ratio of electrons. Thomson have done some experiment. Clear bhai? What came? Thomson argued that amount of deviation, deflection of the particles from their path in the presence of electric or magnetic field depend upon how many factor? Deflection depend upon how many factor? 3 factor. Remember, charge of particle, mass of particle and external field. So depend upon number 1, magnitude of negative charge on the particle. More the magnitude of the charge of the particle, greater is the interaction with the electromagnetic field, thus greater is the deflection. You only told me. So I don't think you will have the doubt in this now. You only told me, sir, more charge, more deflection. Then I asked you about mass, first thing. The mass of the particle. Lighter particles have greater deflection. You only told me, sir, U versus cathode ray will be deflected more. Lighter particle. Finally, the strength of the external electric or magnetic field. The deflection of the electron from its original path increases with increase in the voltage. If I give more voltage of the external field, more deflection. Less voltage, less deflection. Say bhai, all these 3 points are clear to you, given in the notebook already. Clear hai bhai? Then, this I will tell you later. Discovery of proton, coming here. Read the first point. Unlike cathode rays, the positively charged particle depend on the nature of gas. This we know. So they are simply positively charged gaseous ion, gaseous cations. We know that anode rays are gaseous cation. Number 2, charge to mass ratio of particles is found to depend on the gas. Hydrogen gas to H plus will come, oxygen gas to O plus is there. So charge and mass will be different depending upon the gas. At least mass will be different. Some of the positively charged particle, this point I explained to you. Some, not all, not most, some of the positively charged particle carry a multiple charge also. So a multiple of fundamental unit of charge also they carry. And number 4, behavior of these particles in the magnetic or electric field is is opposite to as compared to observed by cathode ray. So they are positively charged. Say bhai, up to here anyone have any problem? This much we have done. This much NCERT we have covered. Problem unda? Clear? Up to here? Understanding NCERT, every line covered by this time. But read NCERT. Don't take it for granted. Make sure that you read the NCERT. Language of NCERT you should understand properly. Going on, moving on. Let's wind up. Let's come to the ending part of the chapter now. Lecture now. Clear bhai? Ending of the lecture we are coming now. Talking about Q by M, specific charge. How can you find the specific charge? So specific charge we can find by deflection. So specific charge of electron was found as 1.78, sorry, 758820 into 10 to the power 11, approximately 1.76 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. This specific charge of electron was found by Thomson. J.J. Thomson. He measured the deflection in electric field, magnetic field, did some experiments which are none of our concern. That much is not given in NCERT. Only this is given कि specific charge was found by Thomson, and this was the value. Then charge on the electron is 1.6 with a negative sign, 1.6 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Charge on the electron was found to be minus 1.6 10 power minus 19 coulomb by, you might be knowing the name, Millikan oil drop experiment. By the Millikan oil drop experiment, Millikan found fundamental charge, a charge which was getting transferred every time, and he called the fundamental charge as E, and the value of that charge he found was 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs, roughly. Exact is 1.6021786 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, or 1.6022. 1.6022, you can remember this. 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This is called fundamental charge. Fundamental charge. This charge, who found? Millikan. So tell me, Q by M, Thomson found. Q, Millikan found. So can you calculate M or not? So specific charge is experimental. Charge of the electron found, experimental. Arey say bhai mental, experimental. But mass of electron is mathematically calculated as Q upon Q by M. Charge upon charge by mass. How much is the charge? Magnitude 1.6 10 power minus 19 upon charge by mass 1.76 into 10 to the power 11. This will come as 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. So this is a very important point. Question will come like this. Statement number 1. Mass of the electron was found experimentally. Statement 2. Charge of the electron was found experimentally. Statement 3. Charge by mass of electron was calculated mathematically using charge and mass of electrons. How many of the following statements are correct? Statement 1 is correct, 3 are correct. Statement 2 is correct, 1 and 3 are false. These kind of 2-3 options they can give you. So remember this thing. Specific charge, charge by mass, experimentally correct, experimentally found. Charge of electron, experimentally found, Millikan found. But mass of electron was not found experimentally initially. It was mathematically calculated using these two datas, these two given datas. Say bhai twarga, this point clear or not clear? This is a very to the power infinity important point. Is this clear in today's lecture? Ki mass of electron was not determined experimentally. No one has weighed the electron. No one has measured the weight of electron. Weighing not done. Using these two data, we mathematically calculated the mass of electron. So this is what the NCERT is also saying. And with this, we will wind up today's lecture. Next class I'll give you numericals on this, but see what the NCERT is saying. You should know. Check. R.A. Millikan devised a method known as oil drop experiment to determine the charge on the electrons. He found the charge on the electron to be minus 1.6 10 by minus 19 coulomb. Present accepted value is this much. The mass of electron, see this line I'm talking about. Underline everyone in your NCERT. Everyone underline in NCERT. The mass of electrons was determined by combining these results with Thomson's value of E by M. And that is how 9.1094 10 to minus 31 kg came mathematically. Check bhaiya, clear? Done? Check everyone, this thing is clear. Someone is supremely talented, is asking re-neat. I Hindi. Over. You did not write. Day before yesterday was the exam. This is the problem. When chala talent comes, na, people start forgetting chinna things. Remaining people, clear? Mass of electron is not experimentally found. Mass of electron is found by combining the experimental data of Thomson and Millikan. And this is the end of today's lecture. Say bhai, any problem, any samasya, any pida up to here. Twarka, give me 2-3 answers, we'll wind up the lecture. Anode rays originate from anode, true or false? Anode rays originate from anode, true or false? Great. Cathode ray originates from cathode. Anode rays particles are protons. True or false? Anode ray particles are protons. True or false? Anode ray particles. False, false, false. Cathode ray particles are electrons. Cathode ray particles are electrons. Cathode ray particles are electrons. True. Cathode ray particles are electrons, but anode ray particles are not protons. Then what are anode ray particles? What are anode ray particles? Very good. Gaseous cations. Anode ray particles are gaseous cations. A carry nervous, chala insincere person you are here. Every time you are answering the most stupid thing and then you are saying, sir, by mistake happened. Second time happened now. This is not by mistake anymore. After the class, now think again what the hell you are doing in the preparation. This way, to everything you will do properly the whole year and then mess up in the final examination again. You will say, sir, by mistake happened. Marks will not come by knowing. Marks will come by being focused. Practice that. Hanji, done this much? Anode ray particle can be proton if dash gas is present inside the tube. Anode ray particle can be proton if dash gas is present inside the tube. What is that gas? Hydrogen. Very good. Anode ray particle can have only one positive charge or multiple positive charge is also possible. For anode ray particle, multiple positive charge possible or not possible? For anode ray particle, multiple positive possible or only one positive? Very good, multiple. And cathode ray particle is always same, any electrode you take or any gas you take. True or false? Cathode ray particle is always same, any electrode, any gas taken. True or false? True. Very good. And anode ray particle nature depend upon gas. Anode ray particle depend upon gas. True. Great. This much if you are able to answer confidently and correctly without messing up, you are prepared, but revise again and again so that you don't forget this in future. And today read the NCERT up to page number 32. Read NCERT up to page number 32. Before the atomic models, remaining things read from NCERT, come in the next class. Bye bye, I will take, then I will start the next class. डन भाई, रेडी? अंडरस्टूड एवरीवन ना यार? अरे अंडरस्टूड एवरीवन, एवरीथिंग क्लियर? चलिए, ग्रेट देन, टाटा, बाय बाय, बाय बाय, रिवाइज एंड कम इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास, डोंट टेक इट लाइटली, टुडे ऑल्सो रिवाइज, डे आफ्टर टुमारो ऑल्सो मॉर्निंग रिवाइज. चलिए, ओके देन, बाय बाय.